Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Muppet. Welcome back to another Starcraft 2 Daily Masters cast. And I've got a bit of a off the beaten track game. It looks like a good one, but I don't actually know any of the players in this game. So let's start off by introducing them. Down the bottom left side of the map is our Terran player Shuttle. He is 19 years old from South Korea and plays for, well, actually I believe he's retired at this point. At the point of the game that this game was cast, he was playing for Clarity Gaming, and I think he's playing for Clarity Gaming actually. I'm not 100% sure when this replay was taken from, but he has since retired according to Wikipedia, or Liquipedia as it's more commonly known. So there we go. And yeah, just gonna make sure my UT pedal is getting cables trapped underneath it, so I'm not always sure if it's actually working when I step on it. But, oh man, there's cables all over the place. So let's try and just get on with it here. And his opponent down here is going to be sLivko. sLivko. I'm not sure exactly how to say that, sLivko. But I had quite a lot of fun trying to discern what his actual name was from this. And it turns out it is sLivko. sLivko, maybe. So, yes, he is 24 years old from Russia. And at the time of this game, was actually playing for the Virtus Pro. No, actually, what? Yes, playing for the Virtus Pro team, and it's actually confusing me. It says here's VB BenQ. I'm not sure where the BenQ part comes from. Maybe it's a Virtus Pro likes BenQ, or maybe he likes BenQ or something like that. But regardless, he is going to be playing Zerg in this game, and he does have a very long name, which is not made any easier by the fact that he's got a very long clan title as well. But anyway, let's get back into the game and let's check out what's going on. Pretty standard stuff. I think this was probably a hatch before pull, but I can't remember because I was too busy talking while he was doing all that stuff. So regardless, the point is he's getting a bunch of lings out there, and he's only got a single extractor, which he basically used to get link speed, and that's pretty much it. So he's going to be looking for some early harassment with the link speed going on. Mr. Shuttle, on the other hand, looks like with the position of these guys, looks like he was actually building a command center over here. Very, very fast expansion off a single barracks. Maybe the barracks came out first, I'm not sure, because as I said, I wasn't paying attention. But regardless, looks like he's getting the factory out nice and early. He's going for the reactor, which is going to give him fast Hellions. My mouse is being a little bit sloppy, but yeah, we've got a fast bunker out there with a bunch of Marines coming out. I don't know if he's going to build the 2 Marines out of this to finish off the bunker. He's just going to switch the factory straight over. My guess would be the factory is going to switch straight over, get the fast Hellions out there. Single SCV coming out for a scout. Queen is going to be scaring it away very, very fast. And we've actually got a bunker in the way of the third game. So that is going to be very, very annoying for the Zerg player. But of course the Zerg can simply expand to out there pretty much straight away. So it's not really going to be annoying him. And of course, the Lings can attack it, but Shuttle will probably try and salvage that bunker when it gets low enough. I don't know if he's going to have his timing down here. There he goes. He's going to be salvaging it. I think he has got his time there. Manages to get the 75 minerals back from him. And now he knows exactly when the expansion is coming down. So with some exceptional timing there by Shuttle, he paid 25 minerals to see when the hatchery was going down. 25 minerals plus the time it took for that STV to build the bunker, of course, which is not going to be an insubstantial amount of time, and that STV could have been doing other stuff. But you know what? I still think it's a fairly good deal to get that done, and we've actually got some fast Hellbats coming out here. And here we go, Starport coming out. Seeing the reactor come out. Man, this game must be really old if you're going for Hellbat drops, man. I mean, 6-7 months ago, that was the name of the game, but it hasn't really happened much since then. Players have learned to sort of deal with it, so the fact that we're seeing the Hellbat drop coming out, yeah, old school. In StarCraft, this is old school, man. I swear to God, Hellbat drops are old school, even though they were only happening like half a year ago, because I never see them anymore. Like, ever. I haven't seen a Hellbat drop for months and months and months, but we do have one coming on. Got a Baneling Nest, got an Evo Chamber. I thought I saw a Roach Warren around here somewhere. It's already down. There are roaches out on the map. They're all streaming across to defend the third base. Whole lot of workers coming out. We've got a crap ton of workers coming out for Mr. sLivko. Mr. Livko, I don't know. We're going to have to think of a name for this guy because I know that is his name. And I know I should be using his name, but god damn it, I am a caster and I want to have a simple name which doesn't screw my tongue over every time I try. Even simple words screw me over, man. So complicated words, nah, not going to happen. Oh, what's he doing? He's turning around in the middle and landing all of the guys. Saw how many workers there were. And now these guys are going to be going nuts. How many have we lost so far? Oh, it's old school. You know it's old school when the units lost tab doesn't even actually do anything properly. But I think he lost a fair amount of workers there. Maybe 3 or 4, something like that. 1 kill there, 2 kill there. Pretty awesome. I don't know how many kills these guys got, but yeah, pretty awesome stuff. He's going to be scooting around the outside. No spore crawler here, so this could be potentially devastating. We do have some overlords keeping watch over the approach path, so they are going to be seeing it. Not really shooting up, but he needs to be boosting right here because there we go. Bunch of roaches, bunch of queens going to be coming down. It's not going to stop a whole lot of really fast drone damage from coming down. Oh, where is the boost, dude? You need to boost in here. You need to drop them off in the middle of the pack. Oh, another dropship coming in, and I don't know if Mr. sLivko was expecting this, but here we go. These guys coming on in. Queen's doing an exceptional job of doing it. There's no drop over here. It's just the drop in here. Hellbat's doing a fair amount of damage. Not a ton of damage, but a fair amount. And here we go. These guys coming in, and I gotta say though, he needs to be doing all 3 of these at the same time. He needs to be sending these guys in, and these guys in, and these guys in. And he's not quite managing to do all of them at the same time. He's doing a pretty good job though. A lot of workers could go down here. We got 6 kills on this guy, 3 kills on that guy. That's a pretty good deal. But Mr. sLivko is going to be doing a very good job. He's sniping the medevacs quite well. But a Viking finally coming out, going deep into enemy territory. Not really being controlled quite effectively. He's going to let an Overseer go, and there's an Overlord with no health at all, but this thing is going to go down. And Mr. sLivko is trying. He's basically saying, "You look, I'm really pissed off at this point." He's got a ton of roaches. His macro has been going absolutely nuts, and Shuttle, let's hope he's been bumping up a bunch of stuff to sort of defend against this. He's got a ton of marauders. Not a ton, but a fairly decent amount. He's got this barracks. He's actually building a marine off that. That's not a good position. He needs a lot more stuff out here. Banelings coming out as well. They're just going to be to bust down the front door, I think. It'd be lucky if they get any marine kills, but I think the roaches have got more than enough to actually get a lot of stuff here. But Livko, he's got a ton of stuff. There we go. Banelings thinking about coming in here. Bunch of Widowmine hits, getting some good hits off. Bunch more Widowmine hits. Mainly going to negate the Banelings. A few more coming in here. But the roaches are going to have to finish this off. And yeah, we'll see who does it. I mean, he's going to have a nice bottleneck here to be able to kill the roaches. But I don't think this base can survive unless it lifts up. And sLivko trying, but actually falls back. It actually felt like he didn't have enough to deal with this force. I don't know about that decision. I feel he could have got nice and close and personal with the roaches, and he had more than enough to just wipe out all these guys. He could have pushed in. He could have taken out the factories, taken out the barracks. I mean, fair enough. The widow mines were doing a lot of damage, but I feel like he could have pressed in. He just had so many roaches. Decided not to do it though. Decided to leave it, and ultimately that was a bad decision in my point of view because, alright, so he's going for mutiling right now, going for the spire, and roaches are going to be less and less useful as the game goes on, simply because Shuttle's going to be getting more upgrades, he's going to get getting more marauders, he's going to be getting more of everything, and it's just going to favor against the roaches. Roaches are best at the early part of the game where they're just so easy to produce, and you just see so many of them, and you throw them against a Terran player whose army is relatively undeveloped. But as the game goes on, they're going to be just not as good because your Terran player is going to have a massive army, and the roaches are just going to be getting owned. Just going to be getting owned relatively quickly. And it's not like he's going to be upgrading the roaches either. The upgrades are all going to go towards the lings, towards the mutas, and the roaches are going to be screwed. So I really feel like he should have pushed in as hard as he could, tried to get as much worker kills as he could at that point. I mean, unless you're planning on doing another attack fairly soon, I don't think it's worth it, because around the 20-minute point in the game, the roaches are just going to be not that useful at all. Unless he commits to Roaches, unless he goes for Roach Hydra play. Roaches, I don't feel like they're going to be the best source of any sort of damage dealing or anything like that, or any sort of defense. And since they're not, he really should use them when he needs to use them. Here we go. Nice attack. That hatchery is going to go down. The Lings really chasing these guys. Bunch of Marauders in there. The Lings were having their way with them. Not good at all. And this force is going to be getting out of there relatively safely. Going to be shooting out of there. And great job. Unfortunately for Shuttle, he did not kill the lair. The lair is actually going down the expansion. But he's going to be going down here. Is he killing many workers? I don't think he killed many. I don't think there were much there. I think he got most of them out of there, but because 69 is still a very, very decent amount of workers to be having in this game. Although Shuttle's doing a pretty good job on his own worker amount. He hasn't quite gotten up to 4 bases, but at this point in the game, I don't think he really needs to. He just needs to keep his stuff going on. He's doing a great job, and I think he just needs to keep pumping stuff out. So far, I think he's doing fine. We've got I mean, the fact is though that sLivko is going for a ton of macro. Really, really just spectacular amount of macro. Going for some nice static defenses here. Not sure these are the best place for these static defenses. Oh, the dropship's going down. I'll come back to that point in a sec. I just gotta watch these dropships, man, because they are really, really having a good time. Dropping off some Marines on the backside, scaring the mutas away. Great play. And another drop coming down here, but getting very, very easily defended. Now, I was about to say, I'm not sure if this is the best placement, because you're within high ground, and I think Marauders can reach at least one of them on the high ground. So maybe pull them back a little bit to try and, yeah, actually be able to do some defense. If they put them over there, maybe one on the top side to prevent any sort of, I don't know. But I suppose the main thing he has to worry about is the drops coming in. So if you put him over there, that would be absolutely phenomenal. But I suppose he puts him over there, yeah, a little bit too far from the base. But anyway, whatever. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, 2 spine crawlers, sorry, not really going to be that much of an impact in this game. And we do have a Broodlord coming out. And there we go, a bit of a pause there. And this guy going for 5th and 6th bases right there. And suddenly Shuttle needs to do something about this. He really, really needs to start hitting this guy. But what he also needs to do is start getting some Vikings, because the Broodlord are coming out. They are going to be doing a ton of stuff. And yeah, I guess right now Shuttle kind of has a pretty good advantage. He's just about to finish 3 weapons, and all of his units, other than the Widow Mines, are going to be utilizing his upgrades. So he's almost got 3 weapons. That is going to be huge. Meanwhile, sLivko has started to move into a heavy amount of air tech, and he's got no upgrades for his air at all. He's just got, what, 1-1 with 2 on the way. So his upgrades are not favoring his unit composition that he's going for. Look at these guys coming in here, hoping to do another attack. Mutas are hitting a lot of them, so that is going to be bad. And here we go, the army coming in, trying to have a go here, but Fungals really were hitting back at them quite badly. Here we go, Medevacs actually coming in. I don't know why the Medevacs were coming in, maybe doing some Marauder drops, trying to snipe some Infestors. Didn't really work. Medevacs do end up getting out of there, and instantly Shuttle needs to start getting a lot of Vikings, but he has to worry about the Mutas as well. This is the trifecta of Zerg Air, the Broodlords, the Corruptors, and the Mutas, because of course Corruptors are very good against Vikings. Vikings are okay against Corruptors, but nah, I don't know. I don't know what the perfect Terran counter against Corruptors are. I suppose you just mass Vikings and hope for the best. And definitely, I mean, Shuttle is definitely getting his thing on, man. He's getting the air upgrades. He's getting a ton of Vikings. He's producing 4 at a time. That's exceptionally. That's very, very good from where I'm standing. And he's sniping some bases, so he's not giving up. He's going out there. And I think as long as he keeps the Viking production up, he's going to be in a good situation. The only thing is, the Mutas are going to be exceptionally good at dealing with the Vikings. And so it's going to be basically the same thing with the Colossus in a Protoss and a PvZ. You got to get your Vikings out there, but you got to make sure that you don't get, I don't know why I brought Colossus into that. Somehow it doesn't make sense. Oh, nice Fungal there, and the Broodlords just absolutely going to be screwing those guys over. Managed to get away, but another Fungal taking out the Medevacs, and boom, not good. Where is the Viking Swarm when you need it? Let's have a look. at the forces we got 12 of these guys, 5 mutas, not a lot of corruptors here. Where are the corruptor numbers? You need to back up the corruptors with something, otherwise Vikings will back up the broodlords with something, otherwise the Vikings will just wreck your world. So I like sLivko. I mean, I like the fact that he's trying to go broodlords early in the game than most people usually would. I don't like the fact that he's not backing them up with anything. I mean, you need either a massive amount of mutas and a nice game plan, a nice way to attack where the mutas can sort of flank the Vikings, take them out, or you need a lot of corruptors, enough to deal with the amount of Vikings, which are probably going to be coming for you. So I don't think sLivko has either of those coming on at the moment. Here we go, bunch of SCVs. Shuttle is actually making room for some more forces right here, sending the SCVs in, actually going for an attack with the SCVs. Taking out this, I don't know if there's any chance of that, but regardless, bunch of Widow Mines on the high ground. And here we go, just taking out some drones, man. sLivko seems to be failing on a number of different levels at this point. He drops constantly going in. He doesn't quite have the muta numbers to constantly chase them around. He doesn't have the corruptor numbers to protect his broodlords. He's not taking care of these Widow Mines. Here we go, the Overseer coming around here. Does he have some forces? Yes, he's going to be finally taking these out. Widow Mine hitting the mutas, very, very nice job. In the same time, the hatchery does go down from a nice concerted effort of Marines and Marauders. They got 3-3 all over the place right now, so they're going to be quite effective at taking stuff out, backing out into the Widow Mines, managing to stave off disaster there. The broodlords are coming in. Where is this massive amount of Vikings? He's only got 15 actually. Where are these 15? Waiting back with the main army, waiting for their chance to have a good shot. And the Widow Mines, man, their kill count has been going up a lot, killing these bloody broodlings from all of the buildings that have been going down. But yeah, I mean, it's 5 base versus 5 base at the moment. Good job. It's actually 5 versus 4 because the Zerg player just lost this base. And now, look at this Shuttle, man. Straight on the go, straight on the way. Looking to take out this base, going deep into enemy territory to see if he can take it out. Planting down the Widow Mines to scare the enemy army away. He's going to try and take out this base, but Fungal's coming down. I do not know if he's going to be successful at this point. He's taken away some mutas, but the Fungals are really chewing into his army supply. And the corruptor numbers have been getting really, really big. So the chance to just take out the broodlords without any sort of opposition may be in the way by right now. And yes, right now there's a ton of corruptors coming out, so sLivko really going into a ton of units. The corruptors are actually off the map there. They go 21 and 13 broodlords. This is a very slow army, but this is a very powerful army. And with 18 Vikings for Shuttle, I'm not sure if he's got enough. He may need some ground attack to really help him offset, but any ground that goes anywhere near the broodlords is going to get absolutely owned. So not sure how this is going to work. One thing that Shuttle does have in his advantage is the air attack. He's nearly got level 2 air attack done so far, and Zerg Flyer is starting on level 1 armor, but he hasn't got level 1 weapons or anything. So if Shuttle waits a little while and then goes in for the attack with addition to some nice Widow Mine work and some nice Marine work, he's definitely going to be able to do a lot of damage to this air army of sLivko. But he just needs to keep the Vikings out there. He's got a fairly decent amount of Ravens as well, man. Ravens, 6 Ravens. Oh, this could be very nice, getting a lot of Raven bombs going on their forces. I think point defense drone may affect the corruptor's attack as well, maybe. I'm not sure, but I think it might. Look at these static defenses going down here. The beautiful timing by Shuttle. He can take out the static defenses very, very quickly and then go for the hatchery. The forces from sLivko, are they going to be fast enough? It looks like, well, broodlords, man, they're doing a lot of damage, but they don't stop the hatchery from going down. And once again, this base, it goes down. Just, I mean, the static defenses, I don't think they even would have stopped it at that point. I mean, this base seems to be tucked up nice and easy. But how many ground forces does sLivko actually have? The answer is not a whole lot. I think most of his ground defenses have gone down. Apart from the infestors, he's basically put everything into air. And I don't know if this is going to pay off, because as soon as the Vikings start going around, and look at this, level 3 air weapons coming out. He's got a ton of Vikings. He's currently got 21 versus 26 with the Raven bombs and with the attack bonus. I really feel like sLivko is in a lot of trouble right now. Broodlords are not going to help him when this army comes around. He's actually sending both of his forces down here. And Shuttle does need to sort of cut this off to really go in there. He's seen the scan. He knows what's going on there. He's moving in. Let's see if we can see some Raven Bombs. Beautiful fungal on the Vikings. That's going to keep him a bit out of position. Here we go. Raven Bombs coming on the Corruptors. I assume it was on the Corruptors, but he's having a crack. I think the Vikings have the Corruptors right here in terms of numbers. Fungals, of course, are going to change things a little bit, but the Viking force is going in there. All of the ground forces getting taken out. Widowmine's doing a pretty good job as well, but the Fungals were just so awesome, and the Broodlords, man, absolutely shredded everything. Look at this, 7 kills, 4 kills, 5 kills, 7 kills. So any ground army that Shuttle builds up, he has to understand that he is going to lose them to Broodlords in any sort of protracted engagement with the air army of the Zerg. So it's basically going to be down to Vikings to really deal with it, and once the Fungals start coming down, it is going to be all over. We don't actually have what's the upgrade, the Neural Parasite. I don't think we have that, which is at least one thing that Shuttle doesn't have to worry about. But if the Vikings started getting Neural Parasite, it would be all over. So we just have to see if we can get the Viking numbers up. We got 16 with 3 more coming out. For sLivko, we'll be back up to 19. We do have 11 with 2 more coming out. So that's the downside of being a Terran player. It's a lot harder to actually macro up your forces once you lose a lot of them, whereas sLivko, you can just build 10, just boom like that, as long as he's got the minerals. So going to be a bit unfortunate. He's building a bunch of Ravens as well. I kind of saw the Raven Bombs coming down. I don't think they did a lot though. So here we go. The Broodlord army finally caught up, a ton of Infestors, and I feel like Shuttle, man, I mean, the upgrades did him okay. He looked pretty good, but the Fungals just completely overwhelmed him before, and with infested Terrans as well, chewing up the Vikings, I feel like Shuttle is kind of, I think he's pretty screwed. I don't think he can do this anymore. Without the introduction of the Infestors, I feel like he might have been able to do something. Nice run in here. I don't think it's going to be enough to pull sLivko back though. I mean, he can't stop these forces. He really got nothing left to deal with them, but I don't think he's going to be enough to make him pull back. I think he's just going to barrel in here and just destroy everything. He knows that 16 Marines or 20 Marines is not going to win in a base race. Yeah, I don't know, they're fast, but the constant Broodlings coming out of buildings is eventually going to take them down, so I don't think he's too worried about it. Look at all the infested Terrans coming in, man. This base is going to go down. Not really much that Shuttle can do about this, man. I think he's got a bunch of Vikings. Where are his Viking numbers? Backed up here with a bunch of Ravens. I think maybe he's just given up at this point. He's just not happy about the current state of the game, and just, I mean, when there's that many Broodlords and that many Infestors, man, what really can you do about this? Actually building a ton of Lings to take care of those Marines, so these guys are going to be stopping, and the Corruptors just hunting around for something to attack. Bunch of Vikings and Ravens there. He's saved up a bunch of Marines as well. Could potentially take out the Corruptors if he gets lucky, but he's got to do it when the Corruptors are away from the Infestors. And these Corruptors, man, they saw a possibility of what could happen, and they're just going to be sticking nice and close to the Infestors for now. And there we go, sending out one scouting Infestor, gets sniped by the Ghost. The Ghosts do get fungal though, and he's just going to be keep sending them out, keep getting the fast Fungals, sacking his Infestors every single time, but it's going to be working out in the long run. Here we go, the Vikings coming. They've got a favourable angle, but the Corruptors running straight in there. A bunch of Raven Bombs, a huge amount of Raven Bombs. Corruptor is going to be going down by so much, actually sending one of the Corruptors that was getting hit into the Viking numbers, doing a lot of splash damage over there. But sLivko has got the high ground. He's got a lot of Infestors, maybe sending a ton of Raven Bombs into the Infestor numbers would be a good play. I definitely think Raven bombing the Infestors would be a good play, but unfortunately, man, so many Fungals going down on the Ravens if they got close enough. So yeah, I just do not know. I don't know what he can possibly do. He needs to get rid of both the Corruptors and the Infestors if he wants to be able to survive this, and I don't know if he can. I just really don't know if he can. I mean, the fact that sLivko is moving out with one Infestor at a time to try and do something is really making it hard for Shuttle to do anything about this force, because these guys are always out, they're always getting a scout. Oh, here we go, beautiful fungal on this force, going to be seeing everything, going to be shutting them down, and if he can chain fungal these guys, manages to get out of there at the last second. Good job there by Shuttle getting away. Oh, beautiful. He's got an overseer around here somewhere, so taking out the Widow Mines. And Shuttle just sort of, I don't know what he's buying time for. All his production facilities have been lost pretty much. So he needs to do a beautiful move with the Ravens to try and get the beautiful bombs off on the right units. Taking out all the infestors would be an exceptional thing to do. There's only like 6 or 7 there at the moment. So if he could kill those, then he could perhaps do sort of a one-on-one with his Vikings versus the Corruptors, and then he could kill the Broodlords. But he just lost so much at the moment. Here we go. Ling's coming in, having a crack going in, and this base is going to go down. That's just bad news all over the place. And I don't know, man. He's not engaging his main force in here. He's just going to be sort of backing off, running around, sort of. Yeah, I don't know. He really needs to engage this army. He really does. He needs to get some. I really feel like Raven bombs at this moment on the infestors is the only way he has any chance of really killing this army, because that's it. I mean, that is it right here. He's got his army moving around, trying to do something, trying to wait for the perfect opportunity, but there is not going to be a perfect opportunity here. So yeah, it's going to come down to all of his buildings are going to come down. Sooner or later, he's going to have to engage this army. But when that's going to happen, I do not know. There's only 2 infestors in this army. The other ones are taking their time, trying to catch up. This could perhaps be a good opportunity right here for Shuttle to have a crack. If he gets some nice Raven bombs off on these guys, perhaps it could be a good opportunity. But for now, he's just staying back, defending this base, playing it safe. But at this point, man, playing safe is going to get you killed. You cannot afford to play it safe right here. He is moving out with his Marines. I think he's keeping most of his focus on these guys to try and do as much damage as possible. But unless you can kill this army, you are going to lose everything, and that's all there is to it. So I don't think it's going to help him. I don't think this is going to work for him. He's knocking these guys down, but sLivko does not need to build an army right now. He just needs to keep his current army alive. Oh, there we go. Actually, very nice save there to keep these guys alive. Those guys may be the difference between life and death in the long run, but I really feel like these Ravens are the difference in life and death. And oh, he's moving back, man. He's moving away, not getting into this army. I gotta say, this is actually disappointing, man. I want to see those guys go in there, because the fact is, Ravens and Vikings do not keep you alive in this game. You need buildings to keep you alive, and it's just not working. It's just not working. I'm actually starting to get really hungry watching this game. It's not because anything in this game is making me hungry. It's just because this game is just going for so long. I'm actually getting quite starved right here. So you know what? I actually want this game to be over pretty soon so I can go and eat something. Oh man, look at these guys. Look at these guys. This drop's going soon. Is keeping them alive quite easily, away from all these banelings, trying to sort of just knock away these buildings. But sooner or later, there's going to be one building left with a whole bunch of lings going around, and it's going to be defending everything. So there we go. We've got a command center over here. We've got another one over there, which is just about to burn down because Shuttle is not repairing it. I don't know why he's not repairing it. He's got a mule there. Yeah, I don't know. I just do not know. Oh man, when are these guys gonna do? All right, we gotta speed this up a little bit because it's dragging on. We'll watch these guys. We'll watch these drops. What are they gonna be doing? Oh, they're going to be dying. They're going to be running away over here. Meanwhile, this force coming in, attacking a whole ton of buildings. The main air army over here, starting to move across a little bit. There we go. One command center going down. The other command center about to die. I've actually got a base over there in the middle of nowhere, so the drops continue to go on. I think a lot of these guys are actually dying. There's barely any units in the medevacs anymore. I think they're pretty much all dead. There we go. Let's slow it down again. What are we? Yeah, we're at the right speed level there. And here we go. The long-awaited Viking onslaught, Viking Raven onslaught. Long after he should have done it, because he could have saved some buildings if he'd done this right. But yeah, basically, look at this. Or basically, all he's done is given sLivko enough time to regenerate the energy on the infestors. So, I don't know, man. He's still not going for it. Do we have to speed this up again? Speed it up. Come on, come on. No, he's just not doing it. He's not doing it at all. Getting close again. Is he going to go for it? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Look at this. Corruptor's numbers going in. He's got a point defense drone. He's got some Raven bombs going in. He's having a go. The Raven bombs just tumbling out. sLivko getting out of there ASAP. And is he going to... I mean, it's smart. Smart for sLivko to be running out of there at this point. And now he just has to find the command centers. That's all he has to do. Send some Lings out across the map. There we go. The Lings running out across the map. Try and find these command centers. Got a Raven bomb on the infestors. Runs out of range. Great job there. And are the Lings going to be finding these command centers? They're sort of running out all over the place. He knows about this one. He doesn't know about that one. But the Lings will find it eventually. Here we go. The Vikings actually managing to get a couple of corruptors there. Doing a pretty good job. He's starting to chase him. Here we go. sLivko has to move around. He's getting some beautiful fungals off. And the corruptors have to go to work here. They have to go to work. As fungals and corruptors, the combination will be the only thing that can save sLivko here. And I don't know. He's actually... The Vikings might have the day right here. Fungals will continue to go down. Missed a fungal right there. So that is not good. Let's have a look at the count. We got 5 corruptors versus 9 Vikings. So the Vikings still have a chance here along with the 3 Ravens. They're getting a pretty low on the old energy. And I really feel like the infestors, as they have been the entire game, are really going to be the tipping point right here. Trying to get some repairs going to actually save these guys. And the Lings are coming across. It's going to be attacking the mule, man. That's nasty, but... Oh man, here we go, just backing off, trying to get away from that one Ling, I guess, because he's really got nothing that can easily attack it. Infestor's going to be chasing as well. A bunch of Lings going to be taking this base out. It's just about to be on fire. There it goes, it's on fire. No way of saving that anymore. Another command center down here. It's only a matter of time. Actually, I think he knows about this so far. Actually landing his Viking to try and do some damage here. This is a horrible, horrible, horrible mistake. He's going to lose so many Vikings to these spine crawlers right here. And now it's going to be all that much easier for the infestors, for the air army to just take care of these guys. Look at the bloody fungals going down. All of the Vikings going to get down. The Ravens are all by themselves at the moment. And all the corruptors have to do is hunt them down. So there we go. There's the GG by Shuttle. Oh man, what a game. So I guess we learnt that even if the Vikings managed to kill that air army, managed to take it out, managed to take out all the infestors, or at least dodge them, it still wouldn't have been able to do anything because the Vikings would have been killed by spine crawlers when they landed. So I guess sLivko had it all the way in the end. And there we go. What a game. I'm going to have to go now because I'm starving. So thank you very much for watching this game. This has been Hairy Muppet. I hope you enjoyed it.